Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this episode we're going to make a beautiful butterfly card using lots of Anna Griffin goodies, and I want to show you a technique that's a little bit different for a background. So the first thing we're going to need is our base card, and this is a 7x5" card. I'm using a white card for this creation. This is a 7x5" and it is my favourite size. I know I've said this many times and I hope you'll forgive me. This is my cardometer, and this shows you a perspective at home of the size of card I'm using. It's my own design that I've made just to show you the sizes. So we've got the largest at the A4, then we'll go down to the A5, or for my friends across the pond it's the A3. And we're going to be using the next size, which is the 7x5. So I hope that sort of just gives you an idea of the size that we use. Everything I do use I'll put in a detailed description on my blog, so that if you ever wonder what did Anne-Marie say that this was, or Anne-Marie forgot to say what stamp that was, it will be on there. I've just used my bone folder to make sure that I've got a nice sharp crease along the edge, because even though the cards are professionally creased in a factory, we want to make sure that that's a nice sharp crease for when it stands up on a mantelpiece. So as always, we're going to do the inside first. Now I've slightly cheated because I've gone ahead and I've used one of Anna's clear birthday stamps. It was the 22 clear birthday stamps. So I've already stamped, and I've used two colours to stamp it, simply by colouring one side of the stamp in the olive green from Anna, and the other side was from the 2016 summer fall collection in the blue, and it was the sky blue. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it, but it was the lighter blue in the set. So I've inked it already in the two colours. So we're going to do something a little bit different. Now, if you can imagine that I've taken one of the lovely layers like this, and I've torn it into 3 sections. So the section, there we go. It's a bit difficult because I've already taken it through my Xyron machine. So we've got the middle and then 2 end sections like that. And I'm going to use the 2 end sections to go around the stamped image that we've already put into the card. So all I'm doing is peeling them away from the carrier sheet from the Xyron where I've taken them through, and then I'm simply sticking them to the inside of the card like that. And then I'm just going to simply trim the edge, because there were 7x5", and when you butt them up to the edge of the when you butt them up to the centre of the card, you've just got a tiny little bit of overhang. So that's our insert. Very simple, little bit different. You've still got enough room for your to and your from, and it will match perfectly to the outside of our card. So I'm just going to use my bone folder again to make sure we've still got that nice sharp crease on the front of our card. And the first thing I'm going to do is add a base layer to the front. And this is the same design, apart from this is in the blue and we've used the green for the inside from the lovely layers. I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and then I can simply position it on the front of the card. Now I've only turned the card so that I can see to put it on the front like that. There we go. and that sits nicely on the front of our card. Next, the third torn section that we didn't use for the inside, I'm going to add through the centre. Now I've taken this through my Xyron machine to get the adhesive, and I just want to point out that when you do that, after you bring it out the machine, if you rub over it and rub around the edges, because you need to break the seal of the adhesive. I am asked a lot about that, and for finer detail you just need to spend a little bit of time making sure that you've taken the broken the seal between holes and apertures in your projects that you've taken through. So that's the top of our sheet removed, and then you simply peel that away from the base sheet, and now that has the adhesive on it. So I'll make sure that I'm getting it the right way, and I'm just going to add that to match up with the pattern that's already on the sheet below, because they're both the same pattern and they will marry up like that. So that's our first layer. Next, I've got a square piece of Anna's metallic card, and I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and I'm simply going to position this through the centre of our layer, like so. And then the next layer is again a layer of blue metallic card in the different shade of blue from Anna's metallic layers, and I've embossed this, and I've used the Artful Patterns Floral Ground embossing folder. So it just gives it a little bit of something, and it's got flat double-sided tape on the back of it, and I'm just simply positioning that through the centre of our previous layer, like so. Then I'm going to add one of our butterflies. Now for this butterfly, it's from the All About Birds and Butterflies die cut collection. I've got double-sided tape at the base of it, and then I've got 3D foam towards the top of it, and I'm simply going to add it to one side of the square. Then I've got one of Anna's favourite sentiment stickers. I'm going to peel the back of it away. I'm just going to add a touch of glue to the back, only because I'm going on to embossing and it's a little bit warm in here, so I want to make sure that it sticks. Plus, even though it's a sticker, I want you to know that it's okay if you have to add a little bit of glue to the back of it. You shouldn't have to, not all the time, but sometimes might be occasion that you have to. So what we'll do is we'll position that through the centre of our square, over the top of our butterfly, like so. So the butterfly is kind of under the sentiment. Next, I've picked out 3 butterflies from the All About Birds and Butterflies collection. I've got 3D foam on either side of the wings, and I've got a little bit of flat tape in the centre, and I'm simply going to position the butterflies around the edge like this. Got a little bit of glue there where I've dropped the sentiment, so I think we'll pop that over there like that. And then the final butterfly we can add in this corner like so. Now the 3D foam that we've got underneath the wings, that raises the wings up. So it stops them being a flat butterfly and it gives it just that little bit of life. So the final thing we've got is a little bow. Now my first thoughts were I was going to have the butterflies around the edges and the bow was going to go kind of like in one corner. But because I had my oops moment and I dropped the sentiment, I think we'll have the bow in this corner. So you see, when things don't go to plan, they can still look just as pretty. And that really is a pretty card. So our inside matches to our layers on the outside. We've got the same colours for our sentiment as the outside. And it's just a really pretty card. It stands up nicely. And it will go in an envelope. You might need a little bit of bubble wrap for your protection for the butterflies, but it shouldn't be, depends where you live, I should say, it shouldn't be much more for your postage. So it's just a really pretty card and something fun, something a little bit different, and I do like those butterflies. So please check my blog for details of the items that I've used and for so many more projects. Please feel free to share with your crafty friends, share any of my projects, because this year, this is my year of sharing, and I would like to be able to reach as many crafters with my projects as I possibly can, because I think, well, I enjoy making them and I hope you enjoy watching them. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again next time.